right, are we recording? Yes, we are. All right, let's get into it. Welcome everyone. This is Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. Another educational video is what this is. Full circle. Full circle. Everything goes in full circle. The meaning of that is you kind of come back to where you started at. Wherever you're moving, you're going to end up back where you came from. And when you come back full circle, hopefully you've learned new things along the way that can help you have a fresh start again. But you're basically going to do the same exact thing that you did the first time that you went out when you do it for the second time, when you start over. But the full circle means that you've actually acquired knowledge along the way. I know you're like, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Well, I'm gonna make sense of it in a moment. Today's content, I want to talk about why will strategy stop working eventually in the market? Why will strategies eventually stop working in the market? This is a very, very, very good question to deal with because people don't think about strategies as far as the market goes from the logical sense. A strategy is a way that you go about taking trades, right? A way that you go about actually entering into the market. Now, whatever way that it is, how did you develop a strategy in the first place? Like, how did you actually go about determining, all right, I'm going to do this, and when this happens, then I'm going to do that. If that doesn't happen, then I'm not going to do it. If that does happen, then I am going to do it. How do you determine what that is in the first place? How do you determine what the variables are in the first place? Think about it. You're determining it based on something that the market does, right? Something that the market does or is doing. So the next question is, well, if the market actually changes pretty consistently, and from time to time, periodically, the market just changes, period. It changes its behavior. It changes what it is actually doing. It changes what it is actually doing. That's one. Second thing is it changes how it is actually behaving, right? So we're dealing with two different and two separate dynamics altogether. The what and the how. It's changing what it's doing, and it's changing how it is behaving, the way that it's moving. So if you have two different actual things that the market is presenting you with, you have to deal with it from two different perspectives, not one. Okay? What a strategy does is it deals with what the market is doing. It doesn't deal with how, because nothing deals with how, because no strategy takes into account the behavior of the market. And that's just the honest and the plain truth. And I don't care what strategy someone develops, they're not considering behavior as part of the strategy. Why? Because the behavior always changes and it always shifts. So how can you incorporate behavior into something that you're trying to curve fit? In other words, you're trying to custom tailor a way of going about entering into the market, but you're not including the behavior of the market itself. How is that supposed to work for any length of time? And if it does work for a length of time, it will work for the duration of time that the market is doing the what part for. In other words, whatever the market is currently doing, we already know that that's going to change already. It might be doing whatever it's doing currently for say 3 months, a 3-month period. What happens when that stops and it starts doing something new? Now you have to deal with the new what that it is doing. And now you need a new what? A new strategy. So you see how you have to keep changing your strategy to try to curve fit what it is that you're doing to whatever the market is currently doing. You see how that works? This is why strategies eventually will stop working, because the market is always changing. The market is always shifting, and it's doing it from more than one perspective. It's not just changing the what, it is also changing the how. And the majority of you out there that have run into systems or strategies or indicators or, signal services, whatever it is that you think that you found that is working for some time, just continue on with it and you'll see for yourself eventually it stops working. And it's like, well, damn, it was doing real well 2 months ago. Now it sucks. What happened? The market happened. And this is why I was saying full circle at the beginning of the video. Because once again, where does that leave you? It leaves you right back where you started from. So everything moves full circle. So if you really want to be profitable in the market long term, indefinitely, at the beginning of what you're learning, you have to learn something that has the foundation that will last throughout. You have to learn something that has the ability to actually work regardless of what the market is doing. And what is that something? It's the skill of interpreting the market's behavior. That's what it is. So unless you're actually learning that actual skill, the ability to interpret the behavior of the market, unless you're learning that, whatever strategy or signal service or set of indicators or whatever it is that you're doing, eventually is going to come to a point where it stops working. And when it stops working, you're going to be left with what? Something that does not work anymore. You see? So instead of trying to rely on something that you buy as far as a strategy or whatever the case may be, indicators, people got these super indicators, they got these robots and automated systems and stuff that allegedly work and give you 80-90% chances of winning, or I don't even know what the hell they be talking about half the time. I know when I see them, I just be like, I've been down that road. I'm so past that it's not even funny. We talking about what stuff I was doing 15 years ago. That's way in the past, way in the rear view for me. So now we're dealing with the actual ability to interpret the market itself. And the reason that this is powerful for what we do is because we're dealing with a platform like the NADEX platform. The NADEX platform in particular is an exchange. So it means that you're actually trading against someone else who is not thinking the way that you think. They're not interpreting the market the way that you do. So you're able to actually take their money. That's how you win your trades. Is you're taking money from someone else who either doesn't know what they're doing or they're believing in something that does not work. It just doesn't work indefinitely, period. So you have an advantage because you're actually reading the market itself. And if you're able to read the market itself, you're able to capitalize using a platform like NADEX every time. So that's why, we're very successful with what we do. That's why we do very well. And that's why we're going to continue to do very well with what it is that we do here on TeamAlliance. So this was just some educational content real quick. You guys can definitely, by all means, feel free to ask any questions. Post your Ask Mark Anything questions. If you want to reply on this video, send me an email, hit me up on Facebook, connect with me on Facebook. That's probably the fastest way to get in contact with me. All the social media information will be underneath this video in the description box. Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Facebook, everything's there. So definitely make contact with me. Let me know. Also, if you want to get into training, you know how to do that also. The information will be underneath the video. Our training is very powerful. I know that I talk about the market all the time, and the training just reinforces everything that you hear me talk about all the time. But we actually go about it, in a very structured way. So the training is remarkable because it literally teaches you, you know, kind of step by step, like in baby steps. You have to learn this in baby steps. It's not something that you can digest all at one time. You're not going to learn the market in a week, in a month, even in a year. It's going to take you time. There's certain habits that you got to get rid of. You got to get rid of impatience. You got to get rid of, you know, the lack of discipline. These are things that are going to cause you to lose. Notice how I'm saying it's not the market that's going to make you lose. It's you that's going to make you lose, because you're going to have the wrong habits, and you have to learn how to undo those habits. You just got to learn how to get rid of them. That's the only way that you're going to be able to do this long-term successfully. It's the only way. So anyway, you can reach out to me. Let me know that you want to get into training. You know, we'll get you into training, get you going, and take it from there. So hope you enjoyed the content. Hope you guys are enjoying all of the educational content that I'm putting out. And like I said, throw me your questions. I'll throw them in a video and we'll get it going. All right, Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. You guys enjoy your Labor Day. Enjoy your week. I will talk to you soon. I'll see you in training. Peace.